I was popping YouTube. Welcome to another video. Today I'm doing a trade recap. Trade that I took live on stream with the YouTube channel. I'm gonna be telling y'all what I did right, what I did wrong, how I was able to make 2.5K today in a span of about 20 minutes. So yeah, going into the day, I wanted to see this be a continuation for the daily profile. I really didn't expect to see us come back down and reach Asia low just because we did already inverse the new week opening gap. We were respecting the hourly, respecting, ES or Asia session also was coming out of the hourly imbalance. So I didn't really expect us to come back and revisit that. I really wanted that to be the low of the day. So really I was just waiting for price. I was watching NQ, waiting to see the market, waiting for the market to really show its hand. Very patient going into the morning just because of all the geopolitical news going on. We have a lot of war stuff, a lot of stuff globally, stuff international or with the US that, has been affecting the markets recently. And I didn't really want to be as risk on today. I really wanted to make sure I was taking the highest quality setups. So with that, I really was just trying to stay patient. I was just trying to let the market tell me. So once we put in this SMT right here, I noticed that ES was the stronger of the two pairs. I usually don't execute on ES, but since ES was a stronger asset, candles were printing clean on ES. I recognize, we're tapping into the higher time frame imbalance. We have this SMT, and we just put in an internal IFVG plus a change in the state. This is my model. This is my favorite type of model. So I ended the market entering right there. Once we got this full close above this 15-second, once we fully inversed this 15-second, that's where I entered my first position. Did enter this with low size, only risking like $100 because of how just not really good the market has been to me recently. So I have been de-risked, especially just for the end of the month. That's usually not my best weeks. So I'm really just trying to be reactive and do what I know works. So de-risk for the rest of the week, or at least for, until I get a very, very good setup, maybe I look to pyramid. But yeah, I really only was risking like $100 on this trade. Ended up pyramiding once we closed above that second imbalance right here. Took off majority at this high. Wanted to leave runner for London high, which is what I did. And then once news hit at 9:45, I ended up pyramiding again. I pyramided on this trade like 3 times actually on this one position. I pyramided 3 times. Let's see if I can show my execution also y'all can see. I'll show you. I did pyramid like 3 times on this. So as y'all can see, I accidentally market sold when I meant to set a limit. So that's why I ended up really pyramiding on this first position. I didn't even want to, but since I accidentally took my position off at this high, I had to re-enter. I took off a majority, so I had to re-enter right here. So that's what I did. As y'all can see, then I ended up taking out at that high. Then once 9:45 hit, we had a internal change in the state after a, oh wait, we already on the 50-second. We had an internal change in the state after we came and swept this lower resistance liquidity right here. Ended up market entering once we got that change in the state. Wanted to see it push the London high, and I figured since I'm already in profit, I'm not risking anything extra, so I was fine with taking that pyramid. All this was executed live. You do want to go back and check that out on the live stream. You can go see. It's up on the channel. But yeah, then once we got this second we got the second correction here on price, I ended up pyramiding again just because putting this V-shaped recovery, we were so close to London high. My stop was in profit as well at this low since my initial fill was like down here in relation to the rest of my entries. My stop was still in profit. My stop was very low in profit right here. If I got stopped out, I'm making money. So I didn't mind pyramiding again right here, which is exactly what I did. Taking all off around London high. Not really, expecting to see the biggest moves. Just because recently we have been very just back and forth. So I didn't really want to try to catch a crazy, crazy large move. So I took off all at London high. Didn't really want to try to lead runners this week. I am just trying to be more reactive because last week when I did try to lead runners, a lot of the times I did get stopped out. So I'm just trying to be more, just learning, be better with my positions. And yeah, so that is the trades that I took today. Everything. I did manage this pretty well. I am happy with how today went. I was patient, I executed, and I was reactive to the market. I didn't just go into these trades with the intention to pyramid. I didn't go into today with the intention to make 2.5K. I just wanted to be reactive. I wanted to stay patient, stay disciplined, and execute the way that I know I should. And that's exactly what I did today. I did end up, I messed up a little bit when I accidentally sold right here instead of setting a limit, which was my fault. I ended up just pressing one of these on accident. So I did re-enter, which then adjusted my stop. Well, my fill ended up being like up here. Stop was then beneath, this 1 minute inversion, which is still a pretty good model, pretty good entry. Just a little risk to reward, which sucks, but it is what it is. Still take advantage of the market once we inverse this imbalance. Got the change in the state, targeting the data high. Ended up going break even once we did sweep this data high. Figure we had no reason to come back lower, especially with the macro opening up. So I managed this position very well. Very happy with this model. Very happy with how I executed today. And definitely going to be an interesting week. Definitely going to still be defensive. Since I was, I was break even going into this week. I am now slightly in profit just for the month in general. But definitely going to be just more defensive just with everything going on. I don't want any type of news event to happen, mid-trade and you end up getting stopped out if, our rate retaliates or whatever the case. So just pay attention, be cautious, be mindful of everything going on globally. I would definitely say just don't apply too much risk this week. Definitely take, what you can, get out where you can. Don't try to aim for the biggest trades. If that works for you, that works for you. But for me and my model, how I trade, I'm definitely going to be more risk off, definitely going to be more selective and look to just have end this month on a good note. Don't want to have any days that's, we crash out on because we are going into a new month soon. So, end this month good. That being said, I hope y'all learned something. Hope y'all enjoyed this video, this trade recap. Again, this trade is live on my channel. You guys can go check out the live stream. I walked y'all through my thought process. Y'all can see my executions, where I parceled out. Y'all can see my emotions throughout the trade. All that is live. So if I do want to go check that out, definitely go do that. Go learn. Yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this. Hope y'all did like this video. If y'all do, if y'all are new, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. About to hit 100 subscribers, so I'm very thankful. I'm very happy for that. Very grateful. I appreciate all of y'all. And catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.